So I'm having a lot of trouble sleeping at the moment. My routine is just completely messed up. And normally, sort of what would happen normally is I'd go to bed around midnight, 11 o'clock midnight, and wake up around 6. And just recently that has been stretching and stretching, and it's been getting closer to sort of 2 a.m. before I go to sleep. And yesterday I didn't wake up until midday. The problem is that now things are getting slightly more back to normal, that my agency is looking for work for me. So sooner or later I'm going to get a call from the agency saying, oh, can you start at this place? And generally they're, as far as I can work out, they're the time scales between being told about the job and being starting is probably the next day. So if I'm getting up at 12 o'clock in the afternoon and then get a call and says you need to be somewhere by 7 o'clock tomorrow, that's probably going to mess with me quite a lot. So I think I need to get myself into some sort of routine again now, which is why I've set my alarm for 8 o'clock. I'm trying to be in bed before midnight. We were supposed to have 2 social distance meetups this week, and neither one of them panned out. We were supposed to meet Pippa on Wednesday, I think. No, Tuesday. Supposed to meet Pippa on Tuesday for a barbecue at her house on her veranda, and we were pretty much ready to go, about to go and get the food, and Kate got a message from her bosses that there was a video meeting at around 3 o'clock in the afternoon to discuss going back to work. So we couldn't sort of work the timings around that, so we had to cancel that one. And we've rescheduled that for this weekend. We were supposed to meet Darren on Wednesday. His home and his work are sort of in between, sort of either side of us. So he was going to come back down on the way home from work and meet up in the park for a few minutes, 20 minutes, half hour or so. Just we could see him, because we haven't seen him for probably the 3rd week into the lockdown. So yeah, as we're in week 10, yeah, we've not seen him for absolute weeks, and it would be really nice. But yeah, just as he was about to leave, the heavens opened, absolutely tipped it down, so we had to cancel that one as well. So yeah, it's been a week of letdowns, really, I think. So yeah, it's hopefully we can get together and see some people now. We heard this week that they're reducing the lockdown even more. There's a social bubble that you can create with, if there is a person who is living on their own, they can pair up with another household and form a bubble, and you can treat those people as if they were living at your house, and indeed they can stay over at the house. Which means that now we're looking at forming a bubble with Kate's mum, who has not been well but has been isolating pretty much since before the lockdown. But as she lives on her own, we can now buddy up with her in a social bubble, which means we can now go in the house. We have been doing her shopping for her and dropping it off at the front door, and then sort of standing well back and having the odd conversation. But now we can actually go in the house, do a bit of housework for her, and even stay the night to give us some company. We can sit and watch telly. We don't have to do the 2 meter distancing thing. So yeah, we can start sort of seeing her mum, which would be great, because I'm sure she's feeling a bit lonely. And the plus side of it all is she has a garden, so we can spend some time in the garden. Although the weather seems to have turned a bit crappy the last week. I'm hoping we haven't missed the best of the weather whilst we've been in lockdown.